First of all, everybody, thank you so much for coming out today. I appreciate it. It's a Saturday morning. You could have been home, laying around, going shopping, but you chose to come and get some education. And so I appreciate that. I definitely want to give it back to Georgia for allowing these type of trainings. Marketing is key. My name is Wendy Lovejoy. I'm known as a business transformation coach, which means I help people transform their businesses. It doesn't matter what kind of business it is. The marketing is the key. If you're not marketing, you're like chasing the dollar. Marketing has to be consistent. Okay, so that's what I want to teach you today. I kind of do a blanket training on marketing. Today I'm going to share some things that I use to find property and attract buyers and sellers, and hopefully it will help you in more than one business, because a lot of people have more than one business like myself. And you want to think of how can you put systems in place to make sure that your businesses run automatically. When I did this training on Wednesday, one of the gentlemen, you may know him, Dave, he appreciated the training because he has 3 different businesses, and he was able to take this and see how he could put systems in place for all 3. Okay, people don't care what you know until they know that you care. So what you really want to do is get anybody that you've helped in any way to give you a testimonial. It is great to have testimonials. These are just some of my coaching clients, but I have a lot more that would say, Wendy helped me in growing my business. So you want to start keeping a log of that. And always ask people for testimonials. It doesn't have to be somebody that you sold a house to. People are interested in your character, your credibility. For me, Todd, I mean, you have a lot of ways to show your credibility. So you want to get anything that says you're a good person, you help somebody in some way. I love brand story. That would be a great thing to put on your, yes, you want your story of why you're here, why you want a house, why you at Georgia. Okay, I'm not going to get into it now, but you want to have as many of these as possible. And the thing I love about this flyer is once you do it, you don't have to do it over and over and over. You have those testimonials, they're set. On your Facebook page, which we're going to be talking about in a minute, you also want an album of testimonials. You want an album with pictures and letters, and you also want an album of videos, which is what I have some videos on my YouTube channel, but I would like to have 100 of them before the end of the year. When I got to Georgia, one of my goals for Georgia was to have 100 videos on YouTube, because they weren't really focusing on their marketing when I first came back. And most people do that. When markets change, they feel I'm going to save money and I'm going to stop marketing. But that's when you have to market even more. Okay, so we have now about 50, 60 videos. The goal is to get 100. And the more videos you have, the more of an audience you're going to attract. Because believe it or not, people will go on YouTube for one video, and then they'll just keep looking, and they'll look at everything you do. I had a young lady tell me my whole story because she had sat on YouTube and watched every video that I had out there, and I'm a very transparent person, so I tell you my whole life story so you don't come up to me and say, I didn't know. You know, it's all out there, and we're going to talk about how you do that. And the last thing I wanted to go over for today from that training is your marketing pie. You really want to take this, and you can use your marketing pie for the next 10, 20 years. You have to look at this pie and focus on 2 activities you're going to work on now. One of the first things you want to do is you have to have an irresistible offer. An offer. What are you offering people to get their email list? You cannot just expect people to give you their emails, their contact information without you giving them anything. So what can you come up with? Some of the things you can do is 10 steps to successful investing. Let's start with the things that you know. A checklist is another thing you can come up with. Your checklist to getting started in real estate. How to become a successful real estate investor. You can do a video, you can do a CD, and on the CD you might share who you are, what you do, why you do it. A short CD, you don't want to give them everything in what we call your IFO, which is your irresistible free offer. You got to give to get. You cannot expect people, like I hear a lot of people say, I'm just looking for everything free. If you're spiritual and you believe in spiritual laws, what you put out, you give back 100-fold. So if you're looking for always doing free stuff, guess what you're going to attract? People that are looking for free stuff. But if you put out some money for your stuff, then people will put out money to get involved with you. So some things you want to do free, but some things you want to focus on paying. Again, my nephew, he offered to do some of this stuff for me for free, but I wouldn't do that because he has a job. It's his job, it's his livelihood. I know some people would say, you know, I'm just going to find family members and get them to do it for free. Even my grandson, he does my email list. When I collect cards, it's his job to take it and write it down on a sheet of paper so that I can give it to my assistant who builds my email list. I pay him 10 cents for every email that he writes. And that's what he agreed on. I told him he was cheap labor because he could ask for $1, but you know, but he's still getting paid. You cannot, I just don't believe in trying to get everything for free. I just don't, because again, I'm looking to teach people to build bigger business than yourself. And excuse me. And so what you want to do is focus on giving to get. So think of the thing you can give other people, a free, irresistible offer. Again, this pie, once you set it, you can forget it. That free offer is going to go on your Facebook page, your website, everything that you can, that you do, your blog, it's everywhere, okay? And then you want to go to as many networking events as you possibly can. When you come to events like this, get to know each other. Get to know each other, because when you talk to people, you'd be surprised. I was shocked when I spoke to William that he had done over 20 transactions already. I was shocked when I spoke to you. You're still out there doing deals. You would not know this if you're not speaking to people. When I came to Georgia Ria, one of the first things I put in place was teleclasses. And that's how I met William. He heard one of the teleclasses I did a couple of weeks after I did it. He wasn't on the call, it's on replay. He heard it and he said, you know what, I like what this woman's talking about, I gotta go meet her. And that's the first thing he said to me, I'm here to meet you because I love what you said on the teleclass. So once you do a teleclass, you set it and you put it out there. Do a teleclass for investors. Do a teleclass for why people should buy with you. A teleclass about the neighborhoods you want to focus on. But once you do it, you set it and you forget it. You put it on replay, you send people to it. And another way of speaking engagements, you can come here, ask to see if you can speak at any of the upcoming events. If you're part of my coaching clients, which 2 of them are here, I get my people speaking engagements, but you want to go and find different ways to be in the public, to speak to people. Don't be afraid to speak to people. And then the reason we focus on social media is because that's how you stay in touch with people. I'm always telling people, connect with me on Facebook. If you look at my testimonial flyer, it only has my Facebook page there. Because you want to build a community of people. At the bottom, it has my Facebook. How to connect with me on Facebook, because it gives people a few times to connect with me and see if they like what I teach. And then they will decide to opt in and what I call take a deeper dive and work with me a little bit closely. So you want to put